Hello, I'm Rosebud Succubus, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial series for Minecraft FTB Ultimate Mod Pack. The reason why I'm doing this is because I have a few friends who just recently joined my private server, and they have no idea what they're doing, and I can understand how daunting it can be, because if you look in the mods here, there's a lot. There's something like 89 mods. But I just wanted to make a video for them, so I didn't always, if I wasn't around, they would kind of have an idea what was going on. So I already created a world. I haven't really explored it. I'm on survival mode. I do have cheats enabled so that I can give myself items so that I can demonstrate what's going on. Okay, so first things first, obviously you find a place to build. I will be showcasing some certain mods here and there as I get to them and talking about them, so you guys will get an idea of, some mods. Probably the best mods I think to start out with as a beginner dealing with is like Buildcraft and Factorization and Zycraft. Because they have very useful items in them. Let's go ahead and turn on creative mode. I'm going to go ahead and build just a quick little hut out of stone and wood planks. So, okay, why am I not able to fly? Come on. Okay, well, it doesn't seem to want to let me fly, so I was gonna fly and look for a nice little place to build a little shack, but this looks good enough right here. So let's go ahead and now this is FTB 147. So there may be a few updates that come out by the time you guys watch this. I may touch on those updates when the time comes. But currently, this is the most up to date version. I'm just gonna build a quick little hut to, survive the night in and whatnot when nighttime comes. Don't need anything too fancy, but there are several new ores that you guys will probably see as you mine and stuff. I will go mining at one point to kind of show you guys each one. I will be cutting the mining sequences just so that you guys aren't like seeing me mine a bunch of stuff, but every time I get to a new ore, I'll probably go ahead and resume video so that you guys can see what it looks like in the default texture pack. I'm not using any texture packs. If you're using a different texture pack, then it may look different, so you'll have to keep an eye out for that. Oh man, what happened there? Alright, well, so basically, from what I understand of the origins of FTB, I'm not 100% sure on this, is that Tekkit was not legally using the mods, so the mod developers got together and created a competitor, which is what birthed FTB, and it's pretty great. I honestly like it. I'm actually designing my mod around FTB. It's not designed to compete with the other mods because I'm not a professional modder or anything. The only mod that I've ever made is a test one, so it's not really anything I release to the public, but the one that I'm currently working on will be out hopefully soon. I was going to have it out before school started, but then school started and then my hard drive crashed and I had to restart from scratch. So I will also try to update it as much as possible once that happens. I am only going to be keeping up with the version for FTB because that's what I play, that's what my server is. So anything beyond that, if you guys want to skip ahead in the video, I will go ahead and add a link now so that you can skip ahead to where I actually start doing, you know, some machines and stuff. So that way you aren't like having to watch me build this house. If you don't want to. If you want to, then that's fine. If you want to criticize my building skills here, that's fine too. Alright. There we go. There's that. Now, let's go ahead and give myself a crafting bench. Bench. It's a pretty low ceiling. I probably should have built it a little taller, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and take creative mode off. And go ahead and give myself a couple more. I forgot about that till just now. So let's go ahead and make a quick chest. Okay, so the first thing I think I'm going to show you guys is how to make a good sorting machine, because what always happens when you it's going to be a cheap sorting machine too, so it's not going to be the most advanced thing, it's not going to be, you know, the best setup or anything like that. It's just going to be a quick and easy sorting machine for when you guys first get started. So basically it involves red power, it involves Ender Chest, the Ender Chest mod, I believe, and it also involves, let's see, the barrel mod. I think the barrel mod is part of forestry. I'm not 100% sure. It might be its own standalone thing, but basically what you want to do is you want to make a bunch of these. These are pretty cheap to make. As you can see, if you press R when your mouse is over something in this line over here, you can see the recipes. So as you can see, it's made multiple ways. So it's pretty cheap to make. It's just a bunch of logs and like a slab. So we'll make a couple of those. Actually, let's go ahead and give myself a couple of those. Alright, so. Oops. So this is basically just going to be a demonstration of how to make a sorting machine, so I'm not going to make a very big one. So we have our chest over here. I'm going to go ahead and make that one smaller. So when we put stuff in this chest, the goal is that it will filter into these barrels. How do we do that? Well, we need some transposers. They are made with the following recipe. You need a piston, some redstone, some wood, and some cobblestone. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and give myself some for the sake of making the video short. So, here we go. Oh. If you place a transposer wrong like that, what you need to correct it, rather than having to pick it up all the time and just move it around, because sometimes you can't do that, build a screwdriver. And they're made pretty easy. They're iron and a stick. And then there's a sonic screwdriver upgrade, which I believe is powered by the red power power. So what we want is a screwdriver. And the way this works is you just walk up to it and you press shift and you click it, but you have to be facing a different direction than what it's already facing. So like, oh, okay, I'm wrong. You just right click it. It's not shift click. I'm mistaken. Sorry about that. So here we go. We have it facing correctly. The way that you want it facing is with this little X texture on the side facing the chest. I just put a hole in my wall, but that's okay. Let's plug that up real quick. Make it all nice and ugly. Let's go ahead and torch. Put some light in here so you guys can see better. Okay. Now what do we need? We need a pneumatic tube. These are pneumatic tubes. They have a side grade, I guess you would call it. Not really an upgrade, but it's a red power tube, something like that. I'll look it up to see what it is. But anyway, you get a couple of these. Basically, what they upgrade to this does is it transmits a red power redstone signal, as well as like the pipes and stuff. So like you have it go across here. And basically what will happen is that these pipes are really smart. If these barrels are full, it will not send anything through these pipes. So that's actually really, really good, because that means that it's really efficient and you won't lose any items, like when, you know, with the Buildcraft pipes and stuff like that. If they'll just keep piping stuff through the pipes, and if they can't find a spot to put them in, they just like spill out on the ground, and you don't want that, because you end up losing the items because they'll just sit on the ground. Not only that, they also cause a bunch of lag, so you don't want that either. So especially on servers, that's bad. So now that we have the pneumatic tubes, we need something in order to trigger this, okay? Otherwise it won't put anything like in those barrels. See, look, it's not piping anything through. Alright, so what we need to do that is we need some either red wire or redstone. I'm just gonna go with redstone because that's easy. And we need some timers. Probably just one. Timers are really nice because what they are is they're basically like a pulse thing. It is set up on a timer indicating the name. And this is how they're made. Stone wafers. Stone wafers are made by just smelting stone. If you're already in one of these crafting things, if you press R on something that you don't know what it is, it'll come up with a recipe for that. So that's kind of nice too. So basically you can figure out how it's made just by looking at the recipe. So basically I'm going to give myself one timer. Oh, I gave myself infinite timers. Oops. I did not want that. Well, that's fine. Whatever. So we place this here. These are also kind of nice because you can place them on walls. So you can build a much smaller thing. See, now it's piping. See, look at that. And see, because that barrel already had a crafting bench in it, it piped the torches into the next barrel. This requires a lot of space if you're trying to store a lot of things. There is a more efficient sorting machine that you can make, but it's a lot more advanced, and this is probably the easiest thing you'll be able to make for a good, decent sorting machine. Doesn't require any diamonds, doesn't require, you know, a massive amount of resources in order to make, and it's pretty efficient. You don't lose anything from it piping items through. It's not like Buildcraft pipes where you know, you have to have diamonds in order to make diamond pipes and have stuff, extra stuff in order for the sorting machine to work. Now, I'm going to go ahead and in this episode here, because I just hit my 15-minute mark and I already showed you guys how to set up a basic sorting machine. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to set up a slightly bigger sorting machine that has cover panels, because if you do not have cover panels and you have barrels on the top here, it will cause, like, the items will get confused and you'll have items going places that you don't want. So that's the next thing I'll cover. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and favorite if you like the video. See you guys next episode.